The Coach's Corner on the WVU Coaches Show is presented by Joyce's Jewelry.
It's time for our weekly check-in with the skipper. Double piece, feeling good after that big win over Penn State on Wednesday night. I'm sure you came walking in here a little extra pep in your step from a Mercy Rule win.
That was cool.
That was fun.
Yeah, there's never been a Mercy Rule win that hasn't been fun.
Of course.
But that one especially. Great team, Penn State, great crowd, great atmosphere. We needed that. We needed that game to go the way it went, so couldn't have gone better.
6 home runs in that game. You also had, going back to the Cincinnati series that we'll talk about here in a minute, you had 4 home runs in the first game. Reed Chumley had 2 in the second game. Then you've got 6 home runs in this game against Penn State. And if I recall, there was a time earlier in the season when this team was hitting home runs, and I said, wow, this team is really good at hitting home runs. And you're like, no. And now look what happened.
Oh, you're the I told you so person.
Yeah, I've been waiting for this.
You have.
Yes.
My entire career you've been waiting to say
I'm just like have a little notepad of like, how can I prove Maisie wrong this week on the show?
Yeah. Well, good on you. You've done it. Yeah, for all you statisticians out there, I'll bet when we hit 6 homers in a game, we're undefeated.
Wow. I think that's probably correct.
That's cool though. We've won games in other ways. So we're capable of that. It's just, baseball's so weird. You know, we scored 8 runs in the first and 4 in the second. That's 12 runs in 2 innings. We didn't score 12 runs the whole weekend in Cincinnati, I don't think. Just comes and goes. I actually think I know what it is.
What?
The fans.
I think so.
Our guys play better in front of a packed house at Kendrick Family Ballpark.
I think the last time this season that you hit 6 home runs in a game, because you have back in April, was also here at home, right?
Who's that against?
Kansas? Was that here? I'm almost certain.
No, we played at Kansas. We hit, that was the back-to-back-to-back-to-back. That was at Kansas. 6
oh, okay.
homers,
so at least twice this season.
Yeah, but our guys, I hear them talking in the dugout and at practice. They get really excited to play here in front of our fans. That's the coolest part of this season.
How much do you think the results at Cincinnati had to do with the way that they came out swinging the bat early as well?
You know, Cincinnati played great. They didn't make any errors. They threw a lot of strikes, something they hadn't been doing. So we didn't go there and play poorly. They played pretty well, and that's what you get in the Big 12, you know. So when Central Florida came here and we swept them, we played pretty well. So it doesn't matter who you play, it matters how you play. And when we play well, we win. When we don't, we lose.
Seems like simple mathematics.
I know. That could be a future key to a game. I don't know.
You're going to have to wait like another minute, and then we can get to your key to, like, let's not rush.
Can we tell the people what I told you in our post-show interview last week?
Yeah.
I've been here for 12 years. Other than my wife, you're my best interview ever. You ask great questions. You're very knowledgeable. Borderline opinionated, which I like. So I have really enjoyed, I don't know, this isn't our last show.
No.
Maybe we'll air this on our last show, but I really enjoyed talking with you. How about that?
I appreciate that. And look, but this time I didn't cry.
You cried last time I said it.
I'm holding it
now
together.
I just want the people to know how much I appreciate you.
Well, I appreciate that. And I appreciate you, because who else are we going to sit here and just like double P? Nobody.
I know, right?
You and I. Well, you know what?
I'm going to miss this.
You know what else you're probably going to miss?
What?
Your keys to the game.
No, I'm not,
I said a minute, but now we're sitting here and we're like, you know, just talking about our wonderful friendship.
I try and do something different every weekend. Keys to the game. If they're the same, they're boring. So what are my keys to the game? Is that what you're getting ready to ask me?
Well, first, it's time for your keys to the game, brought to you by Astorg Auto of Charleston. Kansas State is coming in here this weekend. A very special moment for you. The final home series. I'm not saying it loud because I will start crying again. So, how about this? What's the key to sending the skipper out with a bang this weekend?
I actually think I'll never be able to use this again, so I can use this now. The keys to this weekend is the focus cannot be on Coach Mazey.
Okay.
I don't want this to be about me. I want this to be about our team and where we're at in the standings and the fact that we have to play well. The last thing I want to be is a distraction to the Mountaineers. So let's do all the Coach Mazey stuff after the season's over, not during the season. That's not going to work out well. So let's just play baseball.
Okay, we'll be back to wrap things up on this episode of the WVU Coaches Show right after this.
The Coach's Corner is presented by Joyce's Jewelry, building trust, loyalty, and relationships for over 40 years.